The goal of Jenga is to keep the tower standing as long as possible. And in order to do that, you have to have a couple things in place. Number one, you have to have a good foundation. It's kind of an unwritten rule. You never take the outside blocks on the bottom row because that would instantly make it more unstable. The foundation is important. Second, you need a great strategy. What blocks are you going to pull when? Where are you going to put them? And then finally, you've got to use the right materials. Only Jenga blocks will work in this game if it's going to stay standing like the goal says we're supposed to do. The truth is, life isn't all that different, is it? We all want our lives to stand as long as possible. All the effort and the work and the talent that we bring into our however many years, we want it to last beyond those years, don't we? Now, Paul teaches in 1 Corinthians chapter 3 that the way for us to have that kind of life isn't that different from this. You have to have a good foundation. He says that foundation is Jesus, that our life needs to be built on Him. And then he talks about the materials that we use to construct our life with and the strategy, the things that we pick to incorporate into that structure. And he says, make sure that you choose things that are going to last beyond what he calls the judgment day fire. And it's not a judgment day, who's good, who's bad. It's just what has lasted on into eternity. He makes the argument that mortal significance is made of eternal substance, that we need to be building our lives with the things of eternity. So what you and I have to do on a regular basis in our life is ask ourselves, will this matter later? Will this matter in 1 year? Will this matter in 5 years or 10 years? Is this going to hold on beyond just this moment? Because we have a tendency to get lost in the moment and not think about the long-term return on investment. So we have to ask ourselves, will this matter? Is this going to matter in a year, in 5 years, in 10 years? Is it that significant? Paul says that the litmus test for that is weighed out in 3 things: faith, hope, and love. That those are the only things that will last forever. So what does it look like for us to put everything that we do, decisions we make, relationships we enter into, up against that litmus test of love? What if the meaning to life is that we just love people with all of who we are, all of how God made us? We love them for all that God made them to be too. Isn't that the example that Jesus gave us? It's on that foundation that moral significance is built. It's in that eternal substance that we actually make a difference.